Hello, welcome back to Pump with Purpose. This is Dr. Diana here. So, this week's podcast episode is going to be about we don't agree with triple feeding, but here's why you should do it anyway. So, I wanted to come in, let you know a little bit about us. We are a global lactation and postpartum private practice, teaching women all across the world to breast pump. So, it's so important that we come to you if you are looking for some breast pumping support, information. Please visit our website, www.pumpwithpurpose.com. We offer premier pumping consults where we can help you to increase your milk supply with the right pump, flange, products, and schedule, helping you to effectively and efficiently, frequently, and consistently drain your breast of available milk that's ready to come out, as well as bringing your doctor to check for any underlying concerns. And one of the biggest things about this podcast today is if something is wrong, triple feeding is probably in your life. Triple feeding is probably just you feel like you're on the hamster wheel of infant feeding where you can't figure out how to get this thing right so you can stop all of this. Triple feeding. So, what is triple feeding? Triple feeding is when you nurse, then pump, then feed the baby pumped breast milk. So, I don't love the term triple feeding because, it depends. Like for me, we promote our clients to pump and feed at the same time. So no one's really technically triple feeding because you're combining the pumping and the feeding at the same time. We highly recommend pumping one bottle ahead and just having it there. So if you already know that you need to, you know, give some type of top off afterwards, right? You're going to still be pumping to completely drain the breast to tell your body that you need more milk. So I technically don't like the term triple feeding, but we do support you doing it with a plan to getting away from doing it. What is that plan? So if you're triple feeding, it should not feel like a chore, a task. It is overwhelming, but we don't want you to feel overwhelmed because you need to have a plan as to this is going to be an end. It's going to come to an end. If you feel like you're stressed, the process is stressful, it's tiring, or you're tired, or it requires you to give a baby the bottle as a top off. We want to help you to understand that we don't want you to do that long term. It may be for a reason, to help you to get your milk supply back up. That's why we do recommend you to do it. Did you not realize, baby could have had some latching issues. Baby could have not been effectively and efficiently, frequently, and consistently draining the breast of available milk that's ready to come out. Or baby's hurting you, you're in pain, or, there's an underlying concern present that we need to work together to bring in your doctor. Whatever the reason is, we want you to know that triple feeding should be strategic. It should align with your goals, the desire to achieve your full supply, whether that's, making enough milk for your baby or knowing that your body is being completely drained of available milk that's ready to come out. Does that, if your goal is an oversupply or some type of freezer stash, do you want that? It should be done with intention. Like there should be a goal to what you're trying to achieve when you're doing it. That's what we help you to figure out. We want you to do it to protect your supply with pumping, to help with supply dips. Like that's the first thing we're going to tell you if something's going on. We're going to have you to understand the situation. Are you having a supply dip? Is it from an underlying concern? Is it from not pumping enough when the baby and your body can make more milk, but the baby doesn't drink more milk. Per research, babies only take in 67% of available milk that's in the breast. So where's that other 33% going? Down regulating your milk supply until it evens out with baby. And if that is your goal, great. But if it's not your goal and baby gets sick or things happen and you need some extra milk, you do want to have a plan for your extra milk and what you want to do. Are you offering replacement fees? Some of my clients, they do nursing during the day, pumping at night, pumping during the day, nursing at night. What are your goals? Are you replacing fees? You want an opportunity for someone else to feed the baby. You have to go back to work. So you need to, start pumping too. The goal, the hamster wheel that I mentioned with triple feeding is this. It's not the fact that you're pumping. 99.9% of my clients that I've ever worked with are pumping. Half of them, happen to be nursing as well, but most of them are pumping. But it's not triple feeding unless you're on the hamster wheel. Like you're feeding by nursing and then feeding the pumped breast milk, and you're doing it around the clock. Our goal when you are pumping, not if you're nursing as well, is to it should be straight freezer stash. Like it should be, going away to the freezer, or, for someone to feed baby because you're not going to be available. Like we don't want it to be a constant hamster wheel where you're having to top off every single feed and making sure that you're pumping strictly every single feed because baby may not have enough milk. That is when it is stressful and overwhelming and can get very difficult. Triple feeding is hard when you're not keeping up with your baby, or you feel like you're chasing your baby day in and day out. So if you heard of triple feeding, well, if you haven't heard of it, that's what it is. But some of our families have to do it. And we don't want you to be chasing behind your baby. We want to give you a plan for nursing and pumping. And if you have to do it, have a plan on when to stop triple feeding. What does that look like? Does baby need, some correction for latch, oral ties? Does baby need some chiropractic work? What body work, what is going on that can make it more efficient, where when you do pump, it is, not to immediately go to feed the baby every time. We want our families to nurse and pump and have an oversupply to whatever your extent of it is. We don't want everybody to be chasing behind their babies every day. That's never a goal for this practice. Do you need to reach your full supply, or the full supply? Its full supply does not equal oversupply. Your full supply could make, like what your body can produce could be less or more than your baby. But we are saying is that we want you to know your body's working, because your body's amazing as is. We find that it feels better when you're able to meet your goals. You have milk safe for a rainy day, for going back to work, for supply dips. You get sick, baby gets sick. To step away for a moment, to have a girls' night, to have a date night, whatever it is. That is why we want to work with you. We want you to book your premier pumping consult. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's develop a plan for triple feeding, or to end it, or to have a strategic plan as to what that looks like. Let's help you to bring in your doctor, because something else could be going on. Milk is synthesized through the blood. I cannot say that enough about how getting the appropriate information to make sure that you are able to reach your goals, so you're not just constantly. If this is you and you're on that hamster wheel of pumping, and you are constantly feeding at the breast via nursing, and then immediately pumping and topping off baby, or having the bottle there, but it's like you cannot get ahead of baby. We want to set a plan to end that. But it doesn't come with just, okay, it's just going to go away today, or it's go away tomorrow. It's just going to magically work out. When you are starting that triple feeding process, that lets you know you need personalized care. That lets you know you need a certified lactation professional that can assist you with figuring out what is going on. And we are here to help you to do so. If this is you and this resonated with you, we want you to know you are not alone. Our goal is to help you to figure out what could be going on, so we can help you to get to the bottom of this. So if this is you, we are here to assist you. If this is you, we want to be a part of your journey, to make sure that you are able to stop the triple feeding process, to make sure that you're able to get off the hamster wheel of pumping. I just don't like it, or the hamster wheel of infant feeding, I should say. And whether that's pumping, whether that's figuring out how to help you to nurse and pump in a more strategic way, and not like every single feeding, right? Most of our clients don't pump every single feeding. And if they are, we're arming them with the plan to figure out what else could be going on. We're for correcting their tools, their pump, their flange, their products. We are helping do real-time pumping sessions, where we help you to figure out, pump with you for a 30-minute session of pumping, and then troubleshoot to make sure your flanges are correct, to make sure that your pump is correct, to answer any questions that you have. Like, we literally don't just do piecemeal it. We're not like, oh, let's just fix this one thing, your flange. Like, no, we need to fix everything at one time, or as close to the same time as possible. If you don't, some of my clients have the stuff they need right in the house, and they just haven't used it, or they're not using it appropriately because no one's told you how to use it. Some of them, they have to order it, right? But it takes a couple days, or maybe no more than a week if you have to order a specialized product, give or take the mail and everything. But most of the companies that we know about and work with, they really try to get stuff out fast, and it just depends on you. I'm not you, but the shipping that they use, that could create some kinks in the wheel. But otherwise, people are getting their products, and if it's an Amazon product, you can get it in 2 days, unless you live in a rural place, and sometimes it takes 3 to 4, or gets lost in the mail, could take 5. Like, I'm just giving you worst case scenarios. Within a week, most of our clients, have the products that they need. So we're here to assist you. You can look us up, pumpwithpurpose.com. You can book a consult there. You can find us on Instagram where you can, DM us, let us know. You can use our contact form on our website. If you're listening to this and you got somebody, I know somebody that need this, you can go to the refer page, pumpwithpurpose.com/refer. We have so many ways for you to get the help, or if you know someone that needs the help, to get the help that they deserve or you deserve. So this is Dr. Diana here. Until next time with Pump with Purpose.